What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Courtside Financial. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because NIO is very well documented on this channel. And also make sure you hit that like button because it really does go a long way in helping out the channel. Today we're going to be talking about NIO stock. It's up almost 20% for the day and 2.91% in the after hours. Currently trading at $18.37. So it's a super exciting day for NIO. Today the stock made all-time highs. Yesterday in my last video, I told you guys that I added to my NIO position and I actually caught the daily bottom, so I got pretty lucky here. I think I bought at around $14. Actually, let me just check. So I bought NIO yesterday at $14.53, and obviously this dragged my average cost up. So my average cost in NIO, I've never said this before on the channel because I like to be pretty private with my numbers, considering a lot of family and friends follow the channel and I don't want my business out there like that. But my average cost is $8.91. So I've more than doubled up my money in NIO stock multiple times. Doubled up my money last year when I was trading the stock. That's my first video that I ever did on NIO. It's still on this channel. I made about 113%. I doubled up my money again when I started investing in NIO and decided to go long on it. And now I've doubled up my money again. So I want to share this with you guys. I haven't said this on this channel either, but I've been keeping NIO at about 50% of my Robinhood portfolio. So it's not my overall stock portfolio or even my whole investing portfolio. I have stocks in my Charles Schwab account. I have stocks in my Webull, which I have a brokerage with Webull, and I have a Roth IRA with Webull. And aside from that, I have money in crypto, I have money in REITs, which have been performing extremely well even during the market crash, and I have money tied up in my sneaker business. So before anyone says, oh, you should diversify your portfolio, I'm not a big fan of too much diversification. A lot of the people who I know and I talk to were long-term investors in great companies. Obviously, there's more risk when you don't diversify, but I'm not too big of a fan of diversification. I wouldn't have these crazy gains if I overly diversified, but I am diversified, needless to say. Today the stock took off, so obviously that increases its allocation. I'm somewhere around 52% right now. But regardless, we're going to talk about why do I think the stock broke out today. Straight to the point, I think the market is just finally digesting the battery as a service news, and the big money is finally allowing the stock to run. History seems to keep on repeating itself with NIO. What do I mean when I say that? Well, we've been talking about battery as a service for quite some time now. We as investors understood the opportunity, and I'm not going to be naive and say that the big money didn't understand the opportunity either. You can speculate as to why they weren't giving this more coverage or why they weren't talking about it, and why some banks even dropped their price targets, why some analysts even dropped their price targets. That's not what I'm here to do today. But it seems like today every news outlet wants to talk about it and make it a big deal. Paul Gong, an analyst at UBS, increased his price target from $1 to $15.30. That's a 1,500% increase, which is extremely wild. The basis for this dramatic change in his price target is because NIO well outperformed his expectations. He says that they're in a growing market with increasing demand. If I go outside and just walk around my neighborhood, there's plenty of Teslas to be seen. I couldn't say the same thing last year. The research shows that electric vehicles are just more efficient than internal combustion engines. So not only are they more reliable, but the overall cost of ownership is just going to be a lot cheaper. I think new energy vehicles is a trend that's starting to really materialize. And I think that in the next 10 to 15 years, majority of the vehicles on the road will be electric. So the next point is increasing demand. If you've been following NIO, you know that the general trend in deliveries has been increasing. Last month, delivery numbers fell, but it was still the second biggest month in the company's history and the biggest quarter in the company's history, only being exceeded by the month that came before. Q2 was just great, to the point where NIO was cash flow positive, vehicle margin went from negative to positive, and gross margin went from negative to positive. Now, battery as a service, something that everyone's talking about right now, provides consumers with the opportunity to lease a battery instead of paying for the whole battery and the car all at once. You don't even have to own the battery. So to me, this means that more consumers with less money will have the opportunity to be a part of the luxury electric vehicle maker's brand. So I believe that not only will the market increase, but deliveries will also increase as well. So this is why I follow the fundamentals so closely. I'm not really concerned with the day-to-day. My personal belief is that fundamentals will always have their day. In my opinion, we haven't even tapped into NIO's potential yet as investors. This company's still a startup, it's still in its early days, but over time, they have a lot to prove and they can still make a lot of things happen in my opinion. So I'll celebrate the win today, but I'm not taking profits, and I didn't take profits last time either. I'm gonna let time and patience do the work unless something fundamentally changes. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think, and I want to hear about your wins. Congrats to everyone who was invested, and catch you guys on the next one.